Has it only been a week since Honda, Nissan have officially unraveled and Mitsubishi floating around there in there somewhere? But look at this. Japan is asking Tesla to invest in Nissan. Nissan can't do this alone. They have too much baggage. They're a sinking ship, essentially, seemingly. That's what it seems like. Nissan can't stop reaching out. Nissan needs assistance here, all right? They're not going to get it from Honda anymore. However, Foxconn comes to Honda and saying, hey, don't scrap the idea with Nissan and Mitsubishi. How about the four of us together can do this? The four of us, Mitsubishi, Honda, Nissan, and Foxconn, how about we give this a try, the four of us? Meanwhile, Honda's like, yeah, we just ditched General Motors when it comes to fuel cell. Honda doesn't like to be told what to do. Seemingly, Honda seems like at this point the most cocky, full of themselves automaker, and I'm okay with it. It's fine. There's nothing to be wrong to be like proud of yourself and confident in your company's abilities and what you've accomplished. But Honda, I can't ever seen them say, "Hey, Foxconn, this is a great idea. We couldn't work it out with Nissan, but we're gonna let you figure this out for us." No. Honda's not going. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see Honda wanting to get involved unless they are calling the shots. Meanwhile, Nissan is saying, hey, Tesla, help a brother out. Well, I don't know how Nissan could be Tesla's brother at this point, but let's read into this. A high-level Japanese group that includes a former prime minister has drawn up plans for Tesla to invest into Nissan. The Japanese group behind the plans for Tesla to invest into Nissan hopes the Elon Musk-led company will become a strategic investor, believing it is keen to acquire Nissan's plants in the United States. Now, when I first read this, because I have read a little bit of this article before coming to this, when I first read that, I'm like, yes, Tesla could probably want more production capacity. But the thing is, Nissan's plants and Tesla plants are completely different. I just toured Honda's Marysville plant, where they're reworking the old plant to make ICE cars alongside of BEVs. And you look at the differences in the plant where they assemble EVs or battery packs compared to traditional cars. It is two different worlds. It's literally like terrestrial life versus aquatic life. Absolutely foreign ways of putting cars together and assembling vehicles. I think it would cost them more to rework an existing Nissan plant just to build Teslas. That doesn't make any sense to me. Let me know what you guys think. Wouldn't it be more cost effective to just build a new plant? I don't know. There's a lot of red tape around building plants due to environmental reasons. So if there's an existing plant, maybe it would be cheaper and faster to rework an existing plant. I don't know. It seems like too much baggage and too much cleaning up or cleaning out Nissan's closet in order to make Teslas there. All right, the proposal is being led by former Tesla board member Hiromichi Mizuno, with support from ex-premier Yoshihide Suga and his former aide Izumi. The newspaper said, that is crazy. So we're talking about high-level politicians, high-level business people that are trying to save Nissan here by getting wealthy Tesla to pull them out of the muck. Analysts are doubtful of Tesla's interest in acquiring U.S. plants. I don't know how much of an analyst I am as I'm analyzing this, but I don't see any benefit, really. Suga's office said it was not aware of a plan to encourage Tesla to invest into Nissan. Suga stood down as prime minister in Japan in 2021, but remains a member of Japan's lower house, representing a constituency in Nissan's home prefecture in Kanagawa. Okay, that makes sense. In a social media post, Mizuno said he had absolutely no involvement in what was reported in the Financial Times article, adding that he had doubted if Tesla had any interest at all in Nissan's factories, given Tesla's unique factory design. Nissan declined to comment on the report. Tesla did not respond to requests. Go figure, they don't respond to any requests unless you personally message, DM, or tag Elon Musk. Reuters was not immediately able to contact Izumi. On over to Twitter X, Elon Musk sets the record straight about investing into Nissan. So this is Tesla Roddy here. Musk has hinted at the inherent flaw of the rumored investment, saying the Tesla factory is the product. Their unique and revolutionary way they put vehicles together makes Tesla the most important. Like, that's the most important thing about Tesla. It's not their cars, it's how they build their cars. The Cybercab production line is like nothing else in the automotive industry. Well, I don't know if anyone's seen it yet. So it seems like Musk has shot this down. But who knows? Who knows? Oh, I don't want this to play. Who knows what's going to happen, though? Anything's possible. Maybe the guys in Japan that have denied everything, maybe they're just bluffing, and maybe Musk is bluffing. Who the heck knows? But if you read it at surface level, Nissan has no shot in getting Tesla's investment dollars. Nissan shares went up 10%. So if this is all just made up, think of what like this sort of fake news has done for investors. Let's say you bought Nissan last week when they were in the dumps after they separated ways with Honda. And so you bought some shares, and then you influence the media to fabricate an article like this, because everyone who's being quoted is saying, hey, I didn't say that. They're like, why would Tesla want Nissan? Well, maybe the investors push this article so they can get an easy 10% gain. Just a theory. But we're going to move on to this, which is more interesting. I think has far more weight behind it than this crazy claim that Tesla is investing into Nissan or is interested in their plans. So let's get into this. Taiwanese electronics manufacturer Foxconn has proposed forming a partnership with Honda, and with a view to creating a Ford company framework for cooperation that would include Nissan and Mitsubishi. Foxconn has been seeking a partnership with Nissan to strengthen its electric vehicle business before Honda and Nissan announced they were looking to integrating their businesses together. Although the merger talks were terminated, the two Japanese companies, three if you include Mitsubishi, said they will still collaborate within the framework of a strategic partnership for EVs, software development, probably battery sharing, things like that. Through partnering with Honda, Foxconn also aims to form a broader framework for cooperation that includes Nissan and Mitsubishi in order to compete with Tesla of the US and the Chinese EV makers, according to the source. Interesting. Both Foxconn and Honda declined to comment. Foxconn has discussed Renault's 36% stake in Nissan with French car maker, all right, which is Nissan's largest shareholder. A lot of those shares are in a trust right now, so keep that in mind. And they're up for sale, essentially. Now, asked about possible acquisition of Nissan last week, Foxconn's chairman Young Liu told reporters that the company's aim was not acquisition, but cooperation. Liu expressed his wish to cooperate with Japanese automakers, including Nissan, through design and manufacture of EVs on a contractual basis, and his company has no plans to have its own automobile brand. Foxconn here, how I see it, wants to be, they want to be a supplier. They want to supply electric motors, maybe software, definitely hardware for inverters, things like that would be my guess, okay? And if you can, here's the thing, if you can have one mass-produced part that goes into Mitsubishi, Nissan, and Honda EVs, that reduce costs and makes it more competitive, and you're not splitting research and development dollars between different brands. Now, EVs, I feel like there's going to have to be a lot more collaboration here with traditional OEMs for them to be successful with EVs. The cost reductions that you get, that we're seeing that the Chinese are sharing so many different parts, even though there's different brands, they have a supply chain network where they're part sharing, and that's why they can all be super cheap, because they're sharing parts with everyone. It's just, the more you mass produce something, the cheaper things get. Foxconn's forte is in cutting edge technology such as EV platforms and software. Okay, I don't know much about Foxconn software. Obviously, they make iPhones, but that's Apple's software. So they're no stranger to good software. Apple has good software, and it's not like they couldn't reverse engineer some of Apple's iOS stuff to put into EVs. That's my guess, anyways. But it struggled to find a customer base, and partnering with 3 Japanese automakers will provide Foxconn with a strong foothold for global expansion. So let me know what you guys think on this. Like, this is a bit mind-numbing. Previously, Foxconn was only interested in Nissan, okay? Then Honda comes in hearing that Foxconn was interested in Nissan, and Honda probably being urged by Japanese companies to work with Nissan and Mitsubishi to make this sort of thing work. But Honda and Nissan couldn't see eye to eye due to leadership. Honda wanted to take over Nissan completely and oust everyone at leadership level, seemingly, okay, and put Honda's own leaders in charge of Nissan. But once this fell apart, Foxconn could actually be the glue that holds these companies together. If you think of it in warfare, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. All right, Foxconn, they want to survive against BYD, against Tesla. So do all of these companies. Why can't they work together to figure out a way to reduce costs to make better cars? They all can make good cars. Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi, they all have the capability, the history, and the manufacturing capacity to make good cars. And if you all work together with Foxconn, then something special could happen. But since this already unraveled, is there too much bad blood already involved? Is the Foxconn Band-Aid not big enough to cover up these companies' differences? And maybe, one of the last things we heard is that one of the big reasons Honda is still interested in Nissan is the possibility of Nissan's CEO stepping down. Let's say Nissan's Makoto Uchida steps down this year. Honda's back in the game. Mitsubishi, I don't know. Mitsubishi seems pretty hard-headed because the Mitsubishi Group, which has banks, it has all sorts of different companies. They want Mitsubishi to remain a part of the Mitsubishi Group. The irony is they've already been, puppeted by Renault for the last 20 years, and the last few years being puppeted by Nissan. It's just they're too prideful to say, hey, we need to work with Honda. And they're probably too prideful to work with the Taiwanese company, Mitsubishi. Nissan seemingly was too prideful to work with them. And that's why they are like, they're like, hey, we're going to bend the knee to Honda until they couldn't bend the knee anymore. So who knows what the heck is going to happen? I think it'd be good for all these companies to figure out a way to have Foxconn as their supplier. If it's Foxconn moving production capacity in some way for their parts and their software, whatever, to Japan to make that work, do it, all right? But Foxconn needs manufacturing. They don't want to make their own cars. Remember, they teamed up with Sharp already. Sharp, a Japanese company. Foxconn pretty much owns them now. So, yeah, I don't understand why these companies can't find a way to work together. Alliances are necessary in today's day and age with rapidly evolving technology, especially with the situation in China. However, I'm just going to leave that there. Look at Honda. They've been developing fuel cells with General Motors for, I don't know, maybe decades. The current fuel cell system that's in the CR-V is a joint venture with General Motors. That's all being scrapped because, check this out, on the backs of Toyota developing a next-gen fuel system, fuel cell system, here is Honda, like a week later, saying, hey, here's our next-gen fuel cell. We didn't need anyone else. Toyota doesn't need anyone else either, but Honda's a much smaller company than Toyota. Honda's saying, look at our fuel cell. Look at what we just did. Compared to the current model, cost reduced by half, durability more than doubled. That's something Toyota's very proud of. Their fuel cell stack is now on par with diesel engines. And volumetric power density increased more than 3 times. So if we go back to Toyota, main features, improved durability 2 times, just like Honda said. They've improved efficiency 20% for better cruising range. and significant reduction in costs. Well, it looks like Honda is like jumping past that. Let's read into this. The next generation fuel cell module being developed by Honda as a successor to the current model that was jointly developed with General Motors. They don't need General Motors anymore. They just did this on their own, and it's better than anything General Motors had a hand in. In addition to achieving a rated output of 150 kilowatts, I believe the Mirai outputs 150 kilowatts. Anyways, the Honda next generation fuel cell module will feature half of the production cost. Okay. Toyota, what did they just say? Significant cost reduction. I think that's all that they said, not half. Okay. This is half the production cost and more than double the durability. The module was downsized by increasing the volumetric power density by more than 3 times, which increased the flexibility of installation layouts. Maybe they can put it into something like a Civic now, something small. Look at this. Okay. We're looking at half the cost of the CRV. We're looking at double the durability of the CRV fuel cell. All right. Well, we're right here. We're in the blue. The next gen is the blue. And now we're looking at triple the power density. So they've increased the power output, maybe not by a lot, but they put it in such a small package that it can be used in a lot of things. That's pretty darn cool. So well done, Honda. Fuel cells, I mean, it's still like this far out thing for the United States. It makes more sense for Asia. And if we go back to this article right here, Honda's ditching everything with General Motors. Pretty soon we're not going to have the Prologue or the ZDX made by them because the Honda 0 Series EVs are coming online within a year at the Marysville Auto Plant. So Honda doesn't need General Motors for EVs. And in fact, remember they had an idea to build cheap EVs together by 2027. Well, that was scrapped in 2023. And that happened when I was at the Japan Mobility Show. Honda also scrapped working with General Motors for Cruise, the autonomous vehicle. That's a big joke. And now they're scrapping General Motors for fuel cell. Now, what is General Motors going to do for fuel cell? Well, remember not that long ago, hooked up with Hyundai, all right, for all sorts of reasons. Software, probably, parts. I wouldn't be surprised for fuel cell as well, since Hyundai is strong in fuel cell. But this long history of collaboration is essentially in the trash. That's how I see it. But man, is the news spicy today. Like, it's a great time for me as I cover automotive news here on the channel to just see all these crazy potentials. I feel like we're in like a multiverse situation right now where collaborations at any moment could spring up and create these mega corporations of cars. And at any moment, these companies could get tanked as well. So it's so fun to see how fast things change. It's so fun to see theoretical collaborations. I hope something comes out of this. I think these companies could absolutely benefit, but Honda's balls are so big that I think it would prevent them from working with anyone unless they have full control. That's the way I've been reading this anyways. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more because this story, this evolution of the auto industry is we're just in the thick of it. And it's going to keep coming down the hatch. So make sure you subscribe. Have a great day and peace.